All right, guys. So after that overview, we're gonna literally go through the process. Now, I have a Fiverr, obviously, as you can see here. Continue with Brian, and I have gigs already set up and streams and I've ranked my gigs and everything. So I've gone through this process before. It's been up, I think, roughly I want to say 2 or 3 years now. I forget exactly when I started, but this is exactly how one of the ways that I actually got into online and e-commerce, like I alluded to before. So I'm going to actually go through the process of building a new one with you to show you, how to how you're going to initially set your profile up, how you're going to create the gigs. We're also going to market on Fiverr, which is a technique that not a lot of people know, and then we're going to market on social media as well. So all these things are coming in the course in the following lecture, so stay tuned for that. But this first one, we're just going to build our profile and kind of get you started, assuming that you haven't hopped on Fiverr. Now, if you do have a profile already, you have gigs, obviously you can skip this lecture and feel free to move on to the next one. But if you don't, this is a great way to get started. I'm going to give you some a couple tips and tricks to kind of fill it out better. So I'm just going to use one of my other inconspicuous emails here. We'll go mediainnovation.com and we'll do that. Oh wait, wow. So you want to join at the bottom, obviously, not sign in. Innovation.com. And this is one of my other at gmail.com. This is another one of my ones that I just grabbed on Gmail. But if you don't know, you can reach me at Brian, that's Brian with a Y, at bgmediainnovation.com. If you have any questions whatsoever regarding the course or anything that I teach, or anything at all, even if it's not related to the course, I will do my best to try and help you guys out and answer your questions. So feel free to shoot me an email there. I'm very responsive on Udemy to messages, but my student base is growing very rapidly, and we're above 18,000 already, which is phenomenal and just crazy to me. It blows my mind. So thank you guys all for the support. It's very exciting. I'm really excited about building this like-minded community of learners that we're kind of establishing here. But with that being said, it might be more if you email me at Brian, once again, that's Brian with a Y at bgmediainnovation.com, just like you see here, but Brian in front of it at .com. I'm much more responsive to email. So if I don't answer your messages, it's not because I'm choosing not to. I simply don't see them because I have so many students. So let's get started. We're going to go BG Media will be my name. Obviously, once you put your email that you want associated with your account, you're going to have to come up with a username and a password. So we'll just say BG Media. There we go. And we'll throw our password in there. And we'll hit join. Oh. All right. And this is going to take you to this page, guys. So obviously, initially, you're going to have to activate your account before you can upload any gigs. So really fast, I'm going to activate that. I very rarely ever use this email. But obviously, you're going to want to use an email that you're, obviously familiar with, because not only I recommend downloading the app because it will give you updates. You'll get that little push notification pop up when people, either message you or potentially purchase a gig. But you always want to have it your Fiverr email set up to an email that you're responsive to, because you'll also get a notification there, and that will help you kind of stay on top of it. Because one of the best things about ranking your gigs is obviously, on top of ratings and sales, it's response time. So you want to be responsive and very, very responsive. So I just activated my email. So now what we're going to do is it's not sure if you're a buyer or a seller, and obviously you can be both with that. But first we're going to set up our account. So we're going to go into settings. Full name, I'm going to say Brian with an I, even though I'm Brian with a Y, just because I already have one and I just don't want to get it mixed up. Okay, so right here it says online status. You obviously want them online forever. You don't just want to put those gigs up for an hour or a day or a week, because then they'll disappear. So you want to save those changes, put those gigs up forever. and then save your changes. Vacation mode is just something where, because like I said, response time is extremely valuable. So if you are on vacation mode, you can turn that on any time that you actually go on vacation, because obviously if you're not available to do gigs, you don't want people to potentially be able to purchase your gigs and you not be able to do that, because that will completely kill your ranking. So that's very, very important. Obviously, if you're not going to be around, or you're on vacation, or you're just not going to be responsive for a certain period of time, I would suggest turning vacation mode on. Your gigs will all be saved. Nothing will happen in that aspect, but it just kind of saves you, because you don't want to lose your rankings once you start building them. Okay, and then simply click notifications should be set up. Oh, you can go into billing too as well, obviously, and put this in. If you want to put your VAT ID number in or anything like that, you can do that. Obviously, once you get your first payment, you're going to want to set that up too. So you can go to your profile, and you obviously want to put your picture in. So I'm just going to go to headshot and throw my picture in. And there's the vacation mode again. You can add a description if you like, to kind of entice potential buyers. That's what they'll see when they're looking at your gigs and who you are. So, whether if you're selling a gig, and take a little time to think about what you could potentially bring to the marketplace. Maybe if you're selling guitar lessons, then that's something you want to stress in your description. So guitar enthusiast, I played for 10 years or whatever the case may be. This is your opportunity to sell your your audience. So really type your description in well. What do you bring to the table? Why would people want to hire you for whatever gigs that you might be promoting? Languages, if you speak multiple languages, obviously, if you want to, you can link all your social media. I have two of my social medias linked to my other one. I believe it's my Facebook and my LinkedIn. I don't think I have Google linked. I don't remember, but and then obviously any certifications or skills or education level that you might have. And then with that being said, we're going to create our first gig in the next one. I'm going to tell you, obviously go through the process of creating the gig with you. It's very, very easy, but there are some certain things that you're going to want to add on, to upsell and go through the process so that people are more inclined to purchase from you and you can make more money.